All right, guys, here I am, live, and I want to do a foundational corporeal mime class. And the inspiration for today's class is the following statement. It's more important that you're going somewhere than that you're getting somewhere. I more and more feel like keeping going is the important thing. That's what I have to maximize. I have to maximize the likelihood that I will continue doing this for the rest of my life over the pace that we're going. And so what that means to me in practical terms is that we're going to spend a lot of time on really basic things, because I believe that by building just an amazingly powerful mastery over really basic things, you can build, huge artistic achievements that you just would never think would have such humble beginnings. The story that I'd like to share for this is about Penn and Teller, and whichever is the short one that doesn't have the ponytail, I think it's Teller. He has apparently, I read this amazing profile of him. I always have difficulty finding it, but I've read it a few times. If you look for it, you may be able to find it. It's an essay about him in an interview. And what it's about is that he has this like crazy levitating ball trick. Maybe somebody who's watching this has seen it, because they do it at their Vegas show. And he has this whole thing where he makes a ball just look like it's levitating, and he does all kinds of things with it that just make you go, wait, how is this happening? And he said that the secret behind the trick is that no one can imagine you would spend that many hours mastering a ball and some string. And I think they even say, he comes out when he does the trick and he said, the secret to this trick involves string. And then you watch it and you don't see any string and you can't figure out. And the secret is that he spent thousands of hours, hundreds, thousands of hours on this one trick, and that normal people just literally can't imagine putting that much time into a trick with a ball and some string. And that's what makes him who he is. So it's that amount of effort into single things. So with that said, the foundation of corporeal mime is what we're going to be working on, and that is just the very basic spinal isolations. So we will start our class with a warm-up. I'm going to put on music, and that'll be that. And I'm going to start with jump roping. And in fact, we'll go for 3 minutes on that. And if you don't have a jump rope, you can do two things. You can order a jump rope on Amazon, or you can run in place, or you can skip this part of the video. You know what I didn't consider is that the microphone that's in my pocket is like massively affecting my jump roping. So if you're jump roping right now, please continue while I deal with yet another level of my endless audio issues. But that's the thing, right? So you're seeing like the keep going in action. And what I hope one day becomes special about this, oh man, is that like I put all of this out there. Now there's also a chance that people just like never really get into it that much because it's like, dude, this is so unprofessional. Like, what are you thinking? Like, you should not be putting this out. You should start over and get your shit together, and then maybe you can, you know, start jump roping while mic'd. But that's just not my way. Oh, snap. Wow. Life. So this, oh man. And now that's crazy. This is so crazy. Keep going, Otis. So now what happened is that the thing that holds the clip came out. I thought maybe it broke, but it didn't. Okay, we're not stopping. This is like in reality TV where they're like, don't stop, don't stop. This is gold. This is my gold. This is what's really, actually happening right now. This is the raw and uncut. And that's what I'm about. I don't know why that's what I'm about. I can't quite tell. You know what? I think it's because I'm gonna keep, how many minutes in are we? Okay, so if you've been jump roping, you should have been jump roping still. So we have 15 seconds of jump rope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just keep feeling that microphone. All right, so that was jump roping. Love it. Okay, so next up, you know what? Don't need that yet. Next up, we'll do squats. How many? What should we do? Let's do 15. Just something simple. Just some light. Now, I'm not saying that I'm gonna be, yeah, that's not bad. What I'm doing is not bad. If you can, the best is that your feet are together, your spine, what's most important is that your spine stays straight. So if you feel yourself rounding like that, you have to bring your feet apart or turn out, or both. Because what's important, in my opinion, is that your hips, see, that's no, that your hips stay extended. Wow. 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. All right, that feels good. Now let's just do 5 push-ups. Because let's do push-ups with really good form. So push up into your shoulder blades, squeeze your butt, abs in, and then lower. 1. If you have to do this on your knees, please do. 4, 5. Okay, and now let's do what? Let's do 20 crunches. Let's move back. Try to do it to the beat. Up, up, down, up, down, up. Last one, and good. All right, so staying on our back, let's do bridges. Now a hip bridge is when You roll, you push forward with your knees, not up, and you lift your butt up. And now let's roll down. Let's do 3 of these. And really squeeze your butt up. And you really want to feel this in your butt more than in your thighs. Okay. So that's good. So let's get into it. This mix is just something I found on YouTube, by the by. So the foundational mime exercises are the spine going forward, the spine going to the side, the spine going to the other side, the spine going backwards, and then the rotations. So what we're going to do is we're just going to break those down into, the goal of these is to learn, one, to have excellent posture. So let's start in like a V shape, which some people might call first position, with our butt firm, our whole core firm basically, which means like your lats, your butt, your abs, your lower abs, your kind of pelvis muscles, your inner thighs. You can kind of feel like you're bringing your heels together. Shoulders back and down. This is like a classical mime position. And so what we're learning is the difference between this and all of the different spinal articulations that can be done. The spine can move in these 3 ways: forward and back, side and side, and left and right. So let's start going to the side, to the right side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our head and we're going to just, actually let's start with this. What we're trying to do is just feel only our head moving, which means just the skull. The body is stiff all the way to the base of the skull. The entire spine, the skull and the head sit on the spine. And we're learning just to move the skull on the spine. Then we can add our neck, and then the neck adds more freedom of movement. Now the whole time I'm trying to keep my butt squeezed, my feet pressing into the floor, my heels together, abs, all of that, and my shoulders back and down. That might actually be the most important of all. So what you'll feel is that there's a point between the shoulder blades, and from that point down, the body is a rock. And the spine from above that point behind the shoulder blades can move freely. That's where the neck really is. What the neck is in terms of the spine is the part of the spine, the cervical spine, that is above the area between your shoulder blades. So now we add the chest, which is also called the thoracic spine, and we move just the chest. And the head and the neck can move freely too. We can focus just on the chest moving. So what that means is that kind of just above the belly button, all the way down is locked, and the body can move freely. So the chest, right, can rotate and turn this way, while this whole part stays perfectly still. Now we can add the waist, which is basically right above your butt, basically, and right above your genitalia. That whole area can move. But the hips, so basically it's the hips down, stay locked. And now we can move the whole waist, right? We can go back, forward, everything can move side, side, but the hips don't move at all. And then finally, the last thing is the hips, right? And then with the hips, we have all of this movement, right? And we can go this way, the hips can turn, the hips can go forward, the hips can go backward, side and side. So what these exercises do is help us isolate the spine in these little individual segments. And this is another one of those things, much like the forward head groove that I talked about, that just needs to be able to be done completely unconsciously. That it's just no effort whatsoever. It's like built into the muscle memory of the body. So like I said, let's start to the right. So let's start by making sure everything is really upright. Now especially, you want the uprightness to be vertical. So if you're like this, right, which I can definitely be, or just kind of relaxed like that, you really want the whole spine to be stacked up and down. This, especially in our modern cell phone era, can take quite a bit of time to really start to feel. I would say that I'm still in the process of really being able to feel whether my spine is completely stacked. So keep that in mind. So you don't want to be, as we go to the side, you don't want to be going forward, and you don't want to be going backward. You really want to be going as much as possible like you're between a plate of glass. So with that said, we'll start to the right and we'll turn just the head. So I want to go really slow, because the point of this is not the destination, it's the journey. So let's turn our head really slowly and then feel this. Like I feel like I turn too much. I feel like my spine is involved and it's not just the head. And now I'm like feeling tension in my skull. This is really detailed work. This is way more detail in terms of body isolation than most people ever go through. Like as an example, I had a naturopathic doctor, and he was telling me how, people they can't even feel their spine. And he was like, yeah, like for instance, try to push right here, and I push there. He said, well, there, and I push there, and I push there. And he had never seen anyone that could do that. He didn't think that people could really feel their spines. I was like, oh, well, yeah, I do this thing with waving, right? And so it's all about feeling the spine. So the point is that what we're doing, the journey we're on, is a journey that almost no one goes on. So it's gonna feel like slow, right? Because if you wanna be a scientist, right? And you wanna invent something new in science, there's so much you have to learn. And it's a lot slower than if you wanna get a fast food job or something. There's not that much to it. The level of detail required is not even in the same universe. Okay, so head to the right. Make sure your shoulders don't come forward. Let's just really spend the time. What do you have to do? You don't have time for this? Look, that feels much more. Like I feel like I might have this more than I ever have before. Because it's just so rare to give yourself the time to really feel this. So come back to neutral. I keep feeling like new knots and stuff in my neck and shoulders. Like more openness, so. Okay, that feels right. Now, what we're gonna do, now that we've turned the head, is we're gonna now add the neck, but it's like a tree toppling over, like falling over. The whole part from the ground up So now we're at the chest, like the ground to the chest stays locked in place and everything else falls over. So the head, the head pulls and now it adds the neck. Looks good. That looks good. And then now we'll add the chest, but we're pulling from the head. Right? So it's not just like the head, the chest, it's not from here, it's from here. It pulls it, right? And that begins to engage the abs here to hold this in place. So remember, everything engaged. And now we pull and the waist goes. So let me feel. Okay, I had hunched my shoulder up, so that's a thing that can happen. I feel like I'm twisted this way. So I'm gonna start over. Again, the point is the journey, not the destination. Okay. And then for the hip, we just did the waist. Sorry, I didn't say words. And as we do the hip, we allow this leg to come up and we allow the hip to fall over to the side. Now hopefully what we're going for is that the left shoulder doesn't round forward, it stays back. The body doesn't turn this way, it stays, pointed forward. This shoulder doesn't raise up, head doesn't fall forward. Everything is like elongated. The stomach is still engaged, the core is engaged, so we're not tipping backwards. And that's that. And now to come back up, we start with just the hips. So we get our hips back in place and the rest, and now we pull the waist back into place, and now we pull the chest back into place, but I feel like I'm rounded forward. I don't know if I am, but I feel like I am. So make sure that happens, and then the neck comes up, and then the head comes up. Yeah, I feel like it's difficult for me to keep my shoulders back and down in the doing of this, but so that's good. That was a really good one, I think. And this is a pace that I really encourage you to get used to, because it's such a different pace than our society operates at, where it's like, dude, teach me the thing. Teach me the thing that gets me the girl, that gets me the money, that gets me the fame. This is not that. This is the reward is the journey. So let's go to the left. So we start with the head again. Let's just take some time and feel that. And now we'll go with the neck. And the chest. The leading from the head, remember. Now the waist. I feel like my shoulder wants to come forward. And then the hips. And now the hips come back up, the waist, the chest, the neck, and the head. Pretty good. It feels pretty good, at least. So let's do that a few more times, to the right and to the left, and this time we'll go, at a more regular pace, I think. So we'll go right, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, waist, chest, neck, head. Oh, I didn't really feel the difference between the neck and the head there, just to be real. Head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head. I felt that more. Okay, let's do one more time each side. So let's start again. This time maybe we'll actually move. So squeeze the feet, thighs engaged, inner thigh especially, butt, core, abs, lats, shoulders back and down, and we'll go. Head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, head, neck, waist, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, head, neck, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, chest, head, neck, neck, head, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head. Good. I want to try it faster. One more time. I might be making a big mistake, but you gotta try things. Okay. It was our beat. Okay. 5, 10, 9, 8. Head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, neck, hips, neck. Wow. Wow. I see it. I see the vision, right? Imagine you can kill that. Like you can really head, neck, chest, waist, and you're just like ba 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 ba. You know, because this can also lead into snaking. All of this can lead into different types of snaking, right? So this is lending to the ability to dime stop these things in a very technically precise, isolated way. Let's do forward and back last, because everybody always does those first. And let's switch which way we go first this time. So this is gonna be a little difficult the first time you do it, so you might just wanna watch me this time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn just the head to the left. It feels like right there is about where I feel that muscle starting to engage. Then the neck, then the chest, without this shoulder leading the movement and coming forward. The movement comes from the spine. Also the head should be leading the movement, waist, and then hips. Hips, waist, chest, neck, head. So I think you should get it. It's not rocket science in that way. The directions, at least. The execution may actually be as difficult as rocket science. So we're gonna turn our head to the right. Really feel that. Let's focus on for a second on feeling that, making sure the shoulder doesn't come forward. That's gonna be a really common thing, is that your shoulder hunches forward when you try to do this, because you live on your cell phone like everyone in the world right now. So now we will continue with leading from the chin or the nose without tilting forward or backward or up or down. Just stay completely horizontal and turn the neck as far as the neck will go without the shoulders or chest moving at all. Now continuing that, again leading from the head, you're gonna rotate from the spine, not the shoulders. From the area of the chest, like behind the shoulder blades or between the shoulder blades. Good. And now, lastly, we're gonna rotate the rest of the spine. This is almost like creating a spiral staircase. That's an analogy that might be helpful. We turn from the head and we twist it, or like a towel that you're trying to wring out. And now the last one, we let our hips go, we lift up our left
heel, and we turn all the way. And now to come back, we lock our hips back toward the center, making sure that our waist and chest and neck and head are still turned as much as possible and adjusting if they're not. And then the waist comes back, and then the chest comes back, and then the neck comes back, and the head comes back. That was good. That felt good. Okay, let's just keep going. We're gonna go to the left. Head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, oh, something's off, neck, head. Okay, let's try to get in our flow again. Disconnected? What's going on? It says it's disconnected, son. Reconnection successful, son. What happened? What happened, fool? It's tripping. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our kind of regularly scheduled twisting, and we're gonna get a rhythm, I hope. 5, 7, 8, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest. Oh, I see my left shoulder has a tendency to pull forward. I didn't realize that until just now. So one thing you can do is really pull your elbows. That's actually a great idea. Why didn't I ever think of that before? We got to do it like this to learn to not lead from the shoulder. Keep your elbows tucked in into your waist. That prevents the shoulders from rounding. They literally cannot round when you're like this, I think. Okay, let's do it, keep going. 5, 6, check your alignment, 7, 8, and head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head. No beat for so long makes doing exercises like this much more challenging. Not really, but you must make your own beat because there is no beat in the music. Head, neck, chest, waist, hips, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, neck, chest, waist, 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 hips, waist, chest, neck, So another thing that this does, which will lead us into our next segment, is it teaches you the difference, for instance, between this and this. And you can move between them, right? So you can be like, this is crazy good for anything that involves robotics or isolation or animation, even something like waving, because it involves the spine. And of course, as I've said, without question, snaking. All right, so now we're going to go forward and backward. And on backward, we will plant our leg, so as to not injure our lower back by going like that. Though, if you have that kind of strength and flexibility, please feel free. Don't let me stop you. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start by standing straight. I'm gonna face the side so that you can see it more easily. Legs in our V, everything upright. Make sure everything is loose and shake stuff out as needed. Well, I really like this thing. Do this if you like. I actually think this is crazy helpful, so that you know whether your shoulders are back and that your chest is up or not. Yeah, you can totally. And you know what else it teaches you? It teaches you the difference between rounding your chest and collapsing forward, which is not necessarily bad because you can, boom, bap, boom, bap, boom, bap, right? You can use all of these isolations, but if all you can do, which is where I've been for many years, is if your chest goes forward, that means that your shoulders also go forward, which is super common. That's why it's called collapsing the chest, that you may need an exercise to correct it, like putting your arms out as I'm doing. So we'll, again, as usual, start slow, and we'll go head, just the head, not anything on the spine, just the skull. Maybe nod, see if you can nod where nothing involves your skull. Nothing involves your spine. Only your skull. Right? So let's start head forward, and then leading from the head. And again, think of the weeping tree. You're like pulling from your head, just your neck. And now, just your chest. And now, just your waist. And now, just your hips. And now, hips up. And now, waist up. And now, chest up. And now, neck up. And now, head up. That felt pretty good. This really works for me. This is like a real breakthrough I'm having, which is why I do this, to have my own personal breakthroughs and share them with you on the fly. Okay, so now we're gonna go backwards. So look at the way I'm doing it. You just find somewhere that's easy for you to balance. I would say your back leg is best off being, having some weight, but some distance between the legs, but so not like that. But you want your hips to be able to stay forward. So that's quite important. So if this makes your hips turn because of flexibility stuff, find a place where you can stay upright with hips forward. Great. So what we're gonna do now, When we get to the hips, we're gonna bend the back knee, just so you know. So this one's gonna go head up. And again, remember, just the skull, no spine. And then lifting from the head, the neck is gonna go. So the whole area above the shoulder blades. And now the area above the waist, which is the chest. And now the area above the hips, which is the waist. And now the hips break. And now we come back up with our hips, and come back up with our waist, and come back down, down now with our chest, down with our neck, down with our head. Good. That's great. Both those felt really good, I have to say. So now let's do a few of these with some rhythm. Get some rhythm, what? If there's any accent, like from a comedic impersonation perspective, I wish I could do is Jamaican patois. Just putting that out there. If someone helps me manifest that dream, I would be very happy. I think that Jamaican patois is the most amazing language in the world. Fun facts. Okay. So we're gonna go, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, waist, chest. Oh, neck, I did a little head, too much. Head, chest, waist, hips, waist, chest, neck, head, neck, chest, waist, hips, waist, chest, neck, head. Such peaceful music.
Cut off your nose to spite your face. Slowly send your palms away.
Your palms away.
Draw fire, crawl out and seek the shade.
Let's do a little slow-mo.
Slowly send your palms away. A fine line will set you apart. Swallow Monday, swallowing down. Sing me a song.
It's wobble. I saw a wobble there. All right, let's get to it. Now that we got our beat back, assume the position. Okay. Hips forward, upright, everything's firm, butt squeezed, core engaged, shoulders back. Yeah. Okay. Head, neck, chest, waist, hips, waist, chest, neck, 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 head. Ha! Look at that, 45 minutes. That feels like just about right. That feels like just about the right amount of time for this class. So that's the super basics that you can literally do this for the rest of your life. And if you watch it after the first time, while I'm explaining things, you should just be practicing them, right? As you get more advanced, you should be going faster, right? As you, on and on. You can always come back to this exercise and make this exact exercise more challenging, right? So you never grow out of an exercise like this. This is a foundational movement exercise for everything that we're doing. So with that said, my name is Otis Funkmeyer, and I enjoyed our class immensely. I hope you did too. If you have thoughts, leave comments. You know I love comments, and I wish you well.